Hello there, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today, the putting stroke. We're going to give you a few simple setup fundamentals, give you some ideas as to where you should be generating your stroke from. Should it be shoulders, etc.? 3 simple drills that will really make a difference in the consistency of your stroke. And we'll finish up with a little checkpoint you can do and should do when you're out there playing in the heat of battle on the golf course. So no doubt you've heard in putting, use the body, use your shoulders or whatnot, use the big muscles. Why is that? Well, the more tied into the movement of your body the club head and the arms are, the more repeatability, the more stability, if you like, the more separation, the more whip in there, obviously, the more power. Putting, obviously, all about stability, not all about power. So try this for yourself. Put your arms way out in front of you. Put the club up in front of you if you have one. Get your arms apart and make some strokes, and you see how stable it is. Then relax and pull it in close and make a few, and you'll see just how much more stable it is that way. So we'll look at that here next for just a minute. Before we touch on that, though, if you're using your body, where are you using your body from? That is a little bit personal choice. I don't recommend shoulders. Out on the outside gets you unstable. Certainly the shoulders are going to move. Try this here. Put your hands across your body, get your putting set up, and just make some rocking motions. Head nice and still, legs nice and still. I feel this. Pretend it's 25, 30 feet, a decent sized stroke. Just continuously do it. And as you do it, start to feel in your own mind, where do you feel the motions being generated from? I tend to feel it through my core. Some great players feel it through their back, something more on the interior. And just keep going till you feel that, then make some practice strokes till you sense that same engagement in your body. You'll be on the right track. Let's have a look down the line. Okay, our 3 drills and on-course checkpoint coming up momentarily. Let's just touch on this again. So the opposite of all this space is retract your shoulders. Let them relax in their sockets. Let your triceps crimp, or let your arms crimp. Triceps touch the inside of your rib cage. Not going to talk in detail about the putting grip in this video. We have other videos on that, but suffice it to say it should be more in the palms, more in line with your forearms. That's stable. The normal alignment with all this angle gives you wrist cock, but it gives you less stability. So more in line with your arms, arms pretty much level. There's a lot of ways you can grip a putter and maintain those 2 fundamentals, but retract, feel the connection, make a couple of strokes up here, engaging a little bit, in my case from there, and you'll feel how stable that club feels. And I advise people to do some of these putts without a target. You can see the holes over there. I feel the connection. I feel that nice engagement. Now you're building a stroke that's ready. Let's look at our drills. Drill number 1, without the club, put your right hand in front or underneath your left hand, so the back of the hand is in front of the back of the lead hand, back to back. That will connect your triceps, and just make a few strokes and you'll feel literally locked in. Not talking in a tight, rigid way, but you'll feel how locked in that is. That gives you a sense of what you should feel in your stroke. And when you've made a few of those, just grip the club and start to feel the same thing. It's a pretty easy way to do it, and once you feel that locked in feel, you're forced to really engage your body more. Number 2, let's talk about keeping that head nice and still. I don't believe that means you have to stare at the ground for long after you putt. You can look over here if you just twist your head and watch the putt roll, but it wants to be the top of your axis, wants to be nice and still as you putt. You start moving around, you won't have much consistency. Put an alignment rod over the top of the ball. From my perspective, that thing is right on top of the ball. Any movement from me immediately shows up in real time as a change in relationship of stick to ball, so I get real-time absolute feedback on how still I am. Let's see. Nice and still there, then I can look at the hole. Let's check out one for the lower body. So we've talked about we want the head still, we want both ends of the spine still so we can engage our core and not have unnecessary movement. We're going to use the rod again. You could use a golf club, and I'm just going to lean it up against the back of me there, against my rear end, and make a few strokes. And if I start moving, that thing is going to come right off. Now, if you're going to get real benefit out of drills like this, I am telling you, it's the quality of your awareness that makes the difference. So as I'm doing this, I'm aware that the stick isn't moving, but I'm really quieting my mind and feeling what it feels like to have the differential between the action in here. Not that there's a lot of visible movement in my core, but it's energized and how that feels still. Take the time to quiet your mind when you're doing drills. especially drills that are helping you, and experience it in your body so that you know what to repeat when the club or the stick isn't there. Okay, final look. We're going to look at on-course checkpoints. So you're out on the golf course. I would suggest at least 2 or 3 times per round. It takes seconds. Go over, if you've putted out first and you're not bothering anyone, by the edge of the fringe. If it's a fairly straight edge, it certainly is for several feet here, and just set up there. I get a sense of my relationships of my body to the target line, my alignment of my putter face. I just make a few strokes, and I can kind of sense whether the club's behaving itself or not, moving around a lot as I do that. Similarly, if the flagpole's laying on the ground, just go set up and put your putter above that or next to it. And again, just make a few strokes, get a little bit of feel, then go on about your way. So if you get good fundamentals in putting, you set up well, you engage your stroke well with the proper stability points, I'm telling you, you could be a lot more consistent putter. Keep checking these things though. It's not a one or done. Hope this helps you. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. We'll get you free content coming your way and you'll be notified.